just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the DMP. Massive thank you to the Bulldogs for sending us, unfortunately it says bloke in a bar, doesn't say DMP.
We've actually got one in our office, we just haven't opened it.
That's fair. Okay, well, that's fair. Sending us then. Sending us one of their retro jerseys. How good that Laundy went in the old, is it Hyundai? Hyundai riding? There you go. Boom. So
Leonde.
Appreciate it. Leonde, okay. And got a little message. We hope you love our 95 heritage jerseys as much as we do.
Put it on.
No, I'm not putting it on.
Put it
But I
on.
appreciate it.
Put it on.
I appreciate
you don't
it.
appreciate it. Obviously, put it
Well,
on.
you put it on.
I don't want to put it on.
But it is a nice jersey. I'll give them that. I will give them that.
It's always been a good jersey.
It has. It really has. You can't deny it. Even if they're the arch enemy, you can't deny it. So a massive thank you to the doggies. That retro jersey is hot. It is hot to
send
trot.
them out in cotton instead of bogan silk. That's
Because it's not a 95 jersey, is it?
Ooh, come on, boys.
No, but
It's
that's
a bit harsh.
like no, it's not. It's
a bit
like just
harsh.
give me the.
Does Manly do it in cotton?
No, but
Manly
this,
never
no,
sent
this
shit.
this is across the board. I'm talking to everyone
Go
in
cotton
rugby
again.
league.
Yeah, that's
Go
fair.
Cotton.
Okay, that is a fair statement. That's a fair. I do
you
like the
can
cotton.
obviously play. You can play in bogan
But
silk.
release the cotton.
But release the cotton.
Okay.
It's probably way more
Mate, have
expensive
you
to
put
make,
bogan
right?
silk on the
Yeah,
skin?
it's rough.
It's so scat.
It's
gross.
It is
dude.
rough.
I
It is.
fucking hate
It's
it.
awful.
But we do love this jersey. We do appreciate the jersey. Thank you, doggies.
Yes, we do. This is a fabric-based issue.
That's all
fabric-based.
this is, dude.
It's more of a game. It's a game-wide based issue. It's kind of like
Not just dogs.
Yeah.
Not just unique to the Bulldogs.
it's like when a player gets caught, taking stuff on the weekend. We go, no, this is a society-based issue, baby.
It's not just a rugby league problem.
Stop making it about
Everyone
rugby league.
should-
And
Shells
if you're so confident about bogan silk, why don't you start releasing bogan silk sheets for your bed? Oh, they'll fucking fly.
Yeah.
They'll fly off the shelf.
There's a reason that bogan silk exists almost exclusively in the sporting realm, and it's because no one's wearing it outside of that context.
Well, I will say it is a hot jersey. Great design, and the Laundry Group for getting
Great
that
design.
the in the font looks so good. Why is older school font better? I don't get it.
It's just like it's a nostalgia thing. Probably.
Is it though?
Bit of nostalgia boner.
I feel like we put time into our stuff back in the day, and it was a bit more authentic and real. Now it's just all about money. Cost
There's
down.
still some good fonts getting around, I think, but I on the whole probably not as strong.
Yeah. If you're new to KO Sports, get your first month for $1. Yep, just $1. Link for this deal in description. Offer ends June 30. Guys, if you're a part of the Bloke Club, we've got a great menu log offer. If you spend $30, you get $10 off, and it's via the Bloke Club. You should have got an email, so check your email. And don't forget, we are drawing the Mazda BT50 very, very soon. On top of all that, we're also going to be drawing a 7-night stay in a 2-bedroom apartment in Surfers Paradise, valued at $2,200, thanks to the Coastal Letting Co. company. And the Crowd Property Capital, they're offering any Bloke member $500 cash back for settled loan amounts between $450K and $750K. Reach out to Andrew and the team via the Bloke Club. So get around the Bloke Club. Thanks to Luke Camilleri for providing the Mazda BT50. Give him a follow, LDC_01. Boys, how you feeling?
Mate, I just wanted to start, to be honest, and just say congratulations on becoming a father.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I mean, well, I've already was a father. But
for a second time.
For a second time, yeah. For a second time, I have fathered and sired another child.
Yep.
And it's a beautiful thing. I appreciate that.
What game were you playing while it was all going down?
Well, not while it was happening.
Oh,
This
okay,
is post-surgery. Post-surgery, I was playing a bit of Zelda.
Zelda?
Yeah, a bit of Zelda.
Because that was a Switch, wasn't it?
Yeah,
There was a Switch charging up
Switch,
down
mate.
there.
Yeah,
no, I saw it.
We saw a Switch charging up with like kids fucking gaming.
Gaming.
Kids gaming.
Yeah, look, I'm going to be there for my wife for many hours on end, so
Yep.
I'm going to entertain myself and just be ready there as an assistant coach whenever I need to be, spoken to.
I'm here when you need, coach, but
Yeah, absolutely.
just don't interrupt. I am on the final level, I assume.
No, it's not an online game, so you can pause it.
Oh,
So if it was an online game, then I would say don't interrupt.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's
Okay,
it's
good.
offline.
Okay.
I will say there was one night where, look, it was tough. Obviously, you've got a newborn, and I can't believe I'm saying it's tough because obviously it's way tougher for my wife.
No, well, my dad.
And I throw out the token. I said, listen, anything you need, I'm back here. I'm a man. I want to come back and help you.
Yeah.
I'm leaving here. It's about 1 a.m. in the morning. You just call me, baby. I'm one call away. Thinking, there's no way she's calling. Got home and she was like, I need you to come back. And I was like, oh. Token was used.
Yep.
But I'm a man of my word, baby. So I went back there.
You had to.
Let her get some, obviously, sleep. Took care of the little one while my wife.
That would have
got
been
to sleep.
huge if you were like, no, that was
That was a fake token.
that was a
wasn't
fake token. Actually, not legal currency. Can't be used as tender.
And also can't be used as quickly as you did.
shame on you for believing it was.
That
They can't help you.
No,
It's illegal tender.
That was a gesture. That was more just a gesture of goodwill.
Well, it was a hollow gesture.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to actually call me on that, and shame on you for doing so. I am not coming back.
Could you imagine?
Oh, car's fucked.
Car's fucked. Premium package.
Yeah, the car. I got in a crash on the way home. No, but yeah, so she called the token in.
Yep.
And I was
Good
like,
for her.
okay, good. You know what? Fair crack. That's fair. You know what? You did just take a baby out of your body.
Did you get home head on? Is your head on the
Yeah,
pillow?
head was on the pillow. It was on the pillow. I had a shower, and the message came through. Now, so she's, you got do not disturb.
Yep.
She's the only one exempt from the DND. So she comes through. The wife comes through.
That's
the
good.
DND.
That's good.
Which is very good of me.
I actually don't even know how to do that. So if I do it,
I think you favourite him. You star them, and they come through. So she comes through the D&D, and so put the head down after a long day. Got the message, and it was like, I think I need you to come back. And I said, oh, okay, I'll be back there in a second.
How far away is
Not that far. It's only like 10 minutes or whatever.
Okay.
But you know what? Yeah, got back in there, got back on the ground, held the little baby,
Yeah.
and the wife got some.
And just
got some hours.
bounced him around. Is it that sort of, you're just trying to like settle?
Yeah, settle him. Little tap on the bum.
Yeah,
little
yeah,
tap on the bum to
Oh,
settle
the
him
old
down.
bum tap,
Yeah,
yeah.
bum tap on the bum.
Well, a Korean rugby league probably would have helped with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Score tries. Yeah, absolutely, mate. So,
Great point, man.
look, am I father of the year? Maybe. That's look. I'm
Father of the year, you reckon?
in the combo.
You got 3-time deal.
Well, your wife doesn't even come through the D&D, mate.
3-time deal for the year, mate. So,
Yeah, but she doesn't come through the D&D.
I never put it on. That's why.
I put the D&D on, and my wife comes through whenever she needs me. I'm here.
Anyone can call me at any time. Know that,
Except your wife.
except my wife.
When she needs you most.
Yes. Well,
She's up the coast.
No.
Wow, that's a great point. That's a great point. She did get onto my deaf neighbour though, Hans, and we thank the Lord. We thank the Lord that his hearing aid is patched into his Bluetooth.
All jokes aside, it was a beautiful thing. Very, very proud of the wife. Jeez, they go through so much. Like, my God.
Yeah.
What they put their body through, you don't get it until you see it.
Yeah.
You just don't.
No.
You don't.
You don't.
You don't get it.
You don't get it. You don't get it till you see it. So it is what it is. Massive, very, very happy. Very, very appreciative of the young one coming through. But outside of that, boys, how you feeling?
Good, mate. Just wanted to congratulate you again on the first and foremost.
Yeah, love your hair too, mate.
Thanks, mate.
good.
Appreciate it. Hey, just quietly, you know what's crazy? So the day, so we had a name for my son that my wife had brought forward, and initially I was a bit like, oh, okay, I'm not sure if I'm fully on it, but let me sit on it. And so week after week, I came around to that name. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I like that name. So we agreed, yeah, that's going to be the name. There was another name that either she had brought to me and I said I like that one, or I'd mentioned. Either way,
Was Tom or Eddy?
Wasn't Tom or Eddy, and we'd kind of
Rodrigo.
wasn't Rodrigo, and so we'd kind of agreed that we liked that name, but we're going to go with this name. Anyway, the morning of...
Helium Kemp.
No, the morning
Cannon.
of, she comes in and she says, we're going with Hayes, which was the reserve name. But I'd already this is a great omen for the rest of this kid's life, I'd already put a bet on Harry Hayes and Dylan Walker, anytime try scorer. $44 it was paying, got up.
Wow. So we're talking this kid.
Could be anything.
What was the other name?
I can't say that.
You can't say it.
You can't divulge that. No. What if we have another boy, mate?
Well, you can fucking still use it.
No, look, that's a sacred thing between husband and wife, the name of the next kid. You got to respect that, boys.
What about between fucking podcasters, dude?
What about between best friends?
Yeah.
I feel like you didn't have enough of a reaction on that incredible fucking multi I just ran out.
Well, you had it on Harry Hayes and who?
and
Dylan Walker.
I think Dylan Walker to score
See,
any
if
time.
you just had Harry Hayes one out, would have been way more impressive.
Yeah.
What?
The Dylan Walker thing is
it's more
random.
impressive that the multi got up.
But Dylan Walker's got nothing to do with anything.
But the Hayes bit is big part of it.
Unless the other name's Dylan. And you don't want to admit that.
No, the other name's not Dylan. Hang on a sec. It's less chance that it gets up if I have two people in it.
Yeah, but it's more impressive if you've one out at him.
No,
And
but
you've
the
gone
Hayes
I'm seeing
name,
Hayes.
the strength of Hayes got both across the line.
Dylan, unfortunately, sullies the yarn.
It does. Because it makes
That
it...
is really
Can I
disappointing.
be honest with you?
That's disappointing.
It made the yarn confusing.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. It did.
you know
if you
what?
were like, dude, Harry Hayes, and I put
you know
the
what?
mortgage on it.
Both from New South Wales, moving a bit slow at the moment.
What are
That's
you
what
talking about?
that's what the concern is.
I don't understand what
you're
you're
from
talking
New South Wales. You shit the bed last night. You're shitting the bed at the moment. That's what's happening.
Well, I'm glad you admit that it was a bed shit and not a famous win from Queensland.
Like,
'cause
did you
that's
clean
correct.
their bed last night? Because it was their porno.
No, we shit our own bed.
No, we shit our own
That's
bed.
what I'm saying. Did you clean the boys' bed? New South Wales
Everyone
Blues
got up
bed.
No,
and
everyone
changed their own
change your own
sheets.
sheets.
Blues shit the bed.
You change your own
Mate,
sheets.
when you shit the bed as an adult, you get up and you change your own sheets, and that's what the state did. Make no mistake. Like Queensland, we can all agree, aren't up to it.
No.
The only way we lost is we actually
shit
ourselves.
We shit ourselves.
You shit yourself.
Yeah.
And did I not send you an omen bet earlier that day?
No.
So you don't check our WhatsApp group?
What'd you send us?
What did you send us?
That's really disappointing.
I didn't actually.
I actually have no idea.
You didn't see the omen that I sent you?
Let me.
See, that's disappointing, guys.
me-
You
let
know,
me see
that is
this.
really disappointing. I'll read the omen that I sent you.
Yeah, you might have.
What
I
did it
said,
say?
my
He said-
son shit inside the bath today. Great omen. New South Wales to shit the bed.
Well, I mean, that felt more.
And when
just
did he
like,
send it? What time?
He sent it at
1:58 p.m.
1:58.
PM.
Yeah.
And we did shit the bed.
I tried to tell you you're about to shit the bed.
Yeah, you know what though, dude? Can I be honest? It's like when my wife is like, "Oh my god, I predicted what fucking gender my friend's child was going to be." I'm like, "You had 50% chance.
Oh, that.
You had
but-
a 50%
no,
chance.
hang
If
on
we
a sec.
lose, we shit the bed. If we win, we don't." Like, that's
No,
sort of-
wait on a sec. To specifically
It
shit the
wasn't
bed.
50%. The
But,
only way
you
we
know.
could lose is the shit the bed.
That's what I'm saying though. If we
No,
lose, it's a bed
there's
shit.
other
it's
ways
like
to
you're
lose.
just like,
Other ways to lose.
not if we're
Not
playing
this
your
team.
side.
Not this team.
If
The
we're
only
playing
way-
your side-
literally the only way that we can lose to you, literally, and I'm not even joking, is if we shit the bed.
Because like, and this is like, you know, you might be wondering why we're so fresh faced and happy and like we don't really care. The reason is obviously we're disappointed in the loss,
Well,
right?
we care.
We care, but you might be like,
okay.
oh, you're not in your trackies and you know your sun is on, you're not super hungover and sad. The thing is, the loss hurt and the loss sucks. But the only time that Queensland looked good last night, with respect always, was when on the back of an 8-0 penalty count in the driving rain with us doing every single thing we could to lose the game. We then are so much better than you that we just came back and won it in the second half, but for the fact that we can't kick conversions. So, like, it was a bad performance. It was a bad game, but it was honestly all off of our own doing and Ashley Klein.
We needed to give you a 26-6 half head start.
Okay. How does it feel that the great Kurt Mann bent your state over and just gave it to you?
No, we didn't.
No, he did not.
No, we didn't. You know who bent the state over last night? We bent ourselves over.
We did. We pulled our giant
We
shafts
put
over
our own
and then stuck
penises in
them
our own
bums.
assholes last night. That's what we did.
That's what happened here.
And you just watched in the corner.
Yeah. And you know that to be true. Every Queenslander got out of that game being like, holy fuck, how do we pull that one out? Or like,
Yeah,
not
because
even pull that.
you don't have the right stuff about
That wasn't
you.
on anyone's bingo card that we would rail ourselves.
Queensland don't shit the bed. They don't do that.
Well, no,
you
you do.
guys shit the bed
You
all the
absolutely
time.
shit the bed.
You are notorious bed shitters.
We
New
beat you
South
in your own
Wales.
bloody backyard.
How many years have you shit the bed? Honestly.
I mean, listen.
Well, no. A lot of those years we were bested by one of the greatest sides of all time, so they don't count.
2020.
Shit the bed.
Well, no, COVID year.
Well, we shit the bed.
The COVID year, people were rattled by a disease that was running over the world, and we didn't see it come. We had to play our games up in
22,
Queensland.
23.
Cameron Munster, he can smell a bed shit coming a mile away.
Yeah,
and
he
he
can.
always takes full advantage.
He's got a good
Yeah.
nose on him. He can smell
He's
it.
got a great nose on him. Real beagle nose on that kid.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, there's shit in the bed. That's why he was so relaxed before the game last night.
Oh, wow.
But like you can see what that was, right? Like you don't have a good side. That
Your
was
side, so don't come in with his
Don't
Kurt
come in with
Mann
your
rhetoric.
bloody-
Didn't even
Kurt
see
Mann bench
Kurt
over.
play. No, he didn't.
Your
Man bent the
team,
state over.
your team, like after that full time, you saw Billy in the commentary box, coaching box, just like exhale and be like, "Fuck, what the fuck was that?"
But didn't you say no team with Kurt Mann would beat us or something along those lines?
No, I didn't
No.
say that. We beat ourselves. You
We
didn't
beat-
beat Cam. This, you're
Yeah.
not, you're not
No
getting
team with
it.
Kurt Mann
You're
has
not getting
beaten
it.
us.
You're not getting it. You're not getting it. Queensland didn't beat us last time.
we beat ourselves.
We beat ourselves. And then when we still did beat you up, but then Zach Lomax decided to kick it fucking 40%.
That's the thing.
Huge
like,
poo in the bed.
Oh,
Huge poo in the bed.
Yeah,
One of the biggest.
but
And
that's
we've
sort
been,
of,
we've been capable of some big, rotten, stinky shits in our own bed before.
Yeah.
But this is right up there.
it was ripe.
One of the all-time bed shits.
Just going out of our way. And mate, you could have kept it so simple.
Literally just hold the ball.
Just truck a bit of seed up the middle.
Kick to the
to the
corners.
corners. Done. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Just chill. Instead, we just go mad as cut snakes.
I couldn't believe
Running
it.
Trying to
around,
everything at
kicking the
100
ball
mile
out
an
on the
hour.
full
I couldn't
twice.
believe it.
Eye
Mate.
gouging motherfuckers, elbowing people in the head.
Big
we just
grubby.
went. We just went. Oh no, G word.
Sorry,
Don't
G
say
word.
that. Don't say
G
that.
word.
Don't, hey.
G word.
Mate, we're not saying.
No, sorry.
Fucking hell,
Sorry.
Tom.
Sorry.
It's
That is
2025,
uncouth.
mate. We're not G word.
G word.
Do not say that
That's
word again.
uncouth. That's uncouth.
I'm sorry.
Do not say that
Show
word
some
again.
respect.
Sorry, everyone.
Mate, it's a wake-up call, you know.
No, it's a wake-up call.
To all
Can't
of
be.
us.
And also, I will say,
Can't be.
Cotter said that he didn't get eye gouged. So that just shows you the merit of the man. You know, he's not going to throw, even though you're from a different state, he's not going to throw Luai under the bus, mate. That just shows you what
Class
he's about.
act, mate.
He's a class act.
He's not a G word.
And then you got Lomax bloody, he basically was playing MMA, elbowing blokes on the ground.
No, he wasn't. What's his name? Fucking Triolo
right.
shouldn't have been there.
I do yearn for the time where you could elbow.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm with you.
It wasn't that much. You know
When
what I
you
mean?
could
Like,
elbow a bloke on the ground.
penalty on report.
In Origin.
I will say, literally the first set of Origin this year, we were getting pinged for hand on face. That's where you knew the game
Can
was
we
bloody going.
acknowledge this? Because we were also musing about this on our podcast, award-winning Hello Sport, heard of it. That like game one, Ashley Klein, even though we beat you, he sucked that game as well.
100%.
He sucks.
mate.
Like he sucks.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's been poor this Origin series.
But then like game three last year, I'm pretty sure. Like I think it was game 1 and 2. He did the exact same thing last year. And then game 3, it's like you let the game.
And it's like why in game 1 or 2 that happens, but then
And
game
then game 3
3
it
flows.
seems to just flow really well, and it's like the best game of the series every single
Interesting.
time.
Very interesting the way that happens.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's interesting?
It's super interesting.
Super interesting.
Once the bag has been secured,
Yes.
and the revenue has been generated and distributed, only then will the whistle be put away.
Oh,
After
yeah.
the generation and the distribution.
Yes.
But it did still require you to shit the bed. So it was a
No, we
mixture.
shit the bed, mate.
Yeah,
No doubt about that.
There's definitely some poos in some beds last night. I'll tell you
Poos in
what, the housekeeping would have been filthy. That wherever Blues were staying last night, filthy.
How about our halves kicking out on the full twice?
Yeah, that didn't help.
That was fun.
That didn't
What
help.
and you'd never see that. And like, so Cleary was injured with a quad or groin or something like that apparently, and even apparently Haas was injured all the way up to kickoff. You see that, you're like, why'd you play in the middle between the two games then? You know.
Yeah, and if Haas was injured, why are you giving it to him at the back of shape and just giving him short balls why aren't we using him a little differently?
I
late
honestly,
in the game after he's fucking completely wrecked.
all
He
jokes
was
aside,
out the back of shape.
yeah, all jokes aside, I cannot believe how frantic you guys were to score points. Like
I know.
you already totally dominated
There
us
was a
the
bit of
game
this.
before. And it's just like, yeah,
my
you
own
reckon,
farts.
okay, you reckon, all right.
Yeah.
I reckon the boys are
fast
like,
sniffy.
I want to get a couple tonight.
Yeah, okay.
Myself.
Let's just put him to the sword. We score heaps of points
Sort
in
them up.
Perth.
Okay. There was look, can you at least admit there was a fair bit of ticker shown by Queensland at times?
In the first half.
7 minutes you guys had the ball more for than us. 7 minutes, and we still held on. It's pretty good. Can we get some admission there?
I will admit that you scored enough points when we were
Pooing.
putting, railing ourselves.
Yeah.
I'll admit that you had some good performances.
Munster,
some great performances.
Harry
Grant.
Munster and Harry Grant were
Capewell.
great.
Capewell.
Hammer was good.
Oh, not in defence. He wasn't great.
Not in defence, but
Yeah.
in attack.
Yeah.
I mean, that was smart, taking him off Lomax's edge. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm still unsure though. Like, I think defensively, Holmes at centre and Val.
But your right edge got absolutely destroyed.
you got pounded.
Yeah.
got pounded
he got
into the
butt
core of the
fucked,
earth.
didn't it? Yeah.
But
But
ticker.
I genuinely don't think that you were very good.
No.
I'm being genuine. I don't think you were great.
I think that we were
But actually, I think it was a very good game.
We were very. It wasn't a good game.
And game one was shit as well.
Yeah.
They've been
We were very
stinkers.
brave though. I thought we showed a lot of ticker to be able to hang on there in the end, especially
You
that
were
last 10
brave
minutes.
to show up to the game. That was brave.
Listen, I've granted you that you pooed yourself, but I think I need some kind of acknowledgement of the ticker that
said-
Queensland showed.
Yeah, there was a bit of ticker. Listen, I tell you what, quite true that the fact you won shows ticker. Like the fact that
Thank you.
we are a generational side and we should have beat the shit out of you. The fact that you guys came back, like quite honestly, Eddy and I, and probably the whole entire state of New South Wales, did not consider a world where we lost. There was not a world where we lost last night.
And I said, I put my hand up. Hands up. We lost, and I just didn't know. I'm so disappointed by the nature of the loss. Is that we actually did it to ourselves? That's what hurts the most. Just on your ticker thing, Queensland showing ticker. How do you process the fact that we actually did win, but Lomax lost it? Like,
And that's
know
not to
what I
blame it
mean?
all on Lomax, but
if
but for a couple of
Lomax
shank
if
kicks.
Lomax kicks at his average, you lose. Do you show ticker then?
Is it still ticker?
But yeah, I think it's ticker because in the big moment when we needed our guy in the Queensland jersey to convert from the sideline, he did. That's
4
ticker.
times.
That's ticker.
He didn't miss one, did he?
No, I don't think he missed one.
That's ticker, you know? In the big moment, he stood up.
They actually kick at the same. I think they both kick at 75%.
Yeah. So that is the ticker part I'm talking about.
I can't believe how bad our kicking's been. It's been absolutely
We're
appalling.
like 3 from 10 or something.
And as Tom said, we were so confident. Everyone was so confident. No one's ever been more confident.
No, that's the most confident I've ever been.
Oh,
going
I will be honest. I thought you guys were most likely going to win the game too as well.
No one.
That's what even Queenslanders did. Like we felt it everywhere.
And yet we still. It's just so pure New South Wales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a bit.
is.
If we found a way to lose this series, I'd never recover. I'd never get over it.
No, you'd never get over it.
I'd never get over it.
You'd move on because you have to in life.
Yeah, but I'd move on as a hollow,
different
shallow
person.
vessel.
Yeah, no, you're a different person. A piece of you's gone if we lose the series, which we won't. I have no concern.
No, I'm not saying we would, but I'm saying if it happened, I would never recover.
Yeah, I tell you what, Jerome Luai needs to do for game 3 is just calm the fuck down a little bit.
We need because you know what was washing off him? Tiger dust was washing off him, and it left his body after about 10, 15 minutes, and then he was great.
He provided quite a few tries for you.
Absolutely.
But did you hear what I just said?
I know. I'm just saying.
After the first 10, 15 minutes, he was good.
Well, not even a bit more than that. But like he gave away 3 penalties.
He did give you. No, he gave you the first try though with his kick. That was good.
Yeah, but like, listen, that kick was good. It was chaos, and that kick to Crichton was horny.
Yes, horny.
He was good, but he started off the game in such a frantic way
horny.
that I felt like that just bled into the entire side. I'm not blaming him for it, but I'm just saying that felt like he was the head frantic man.
Yeah, to be honest,
I think they were all frantic.
I think they all were pretty frantic.
They all were frantic.
Yeah.
I'm saying
He
bled
was
into the fucking
particularly
side.
frantic.
He was particularly frantic, and it was like just too hectic.
Yeah,
Just calm down and then
maybe.
come out and rip. Like he was fucking fantastic, but just calm down.
I think as a team you were just too toey. I think you all came up,
we were
blooded
toey.
up.
We were
There was no foreplay. You just wanted to get straight in and get the job done instead of just easing her in, just getting it all ready.
We didn't wet the game up.
You didn't wet the game up. It was wet weather too.
Yeah, it's called foreplay.
None of that. None of that.
Get everyone aroused,
Yeah.
and then everyone's having a good time.
Now, boys, when you woke up this morning, what did you have to make yourself feel better?
I had a good day and I had a daylight.
I had a good day in the daylights,
Yep.
exactly right, and I went for a nice walk out in Mother Nature. You know,
I was say out in the backyard, the hands behind your back, like the old man, like when he's angry.
Go and look at the bloody.
No, listen, I feel much better after a good day into a daylights. Had a daylights on Hello Sport, heard of it. Mate, listen, it takes the fucking edge off, that's for sure.
Yep.
And it sets the day up to be mildly wearable.
And then also, it actually helps it so you can poo in the morning rather than when you're playing in an Origin game.
Correct. You don't want to be shitting mid-origin.
Well, you want to
game.
be regular.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that was an irregular game last night.
Well, it promotes good bowel movement. That's all we're saying.
If they were on the good day, they would have pooed in the morning rather than at night when they were playing.
100%.
Yeah.
And then you can't get shit in the bed if you've already cleared the bowels out in the morning.
Correct.
That's what they say, don't they, Tom?
No, it is what they say.
Tom, is that what they say?
That's exactly what they say.
Also, I'm going to be honest, I felt like they all looked a bit dehydrated too.
Well, there wasn't.
They could have done with some. They could have done with some daylights. We are obviously always in high-level talks with the New South Wales Rugby League to try and get them into.
What are low-level talks? You know what I mean? Like, what?
Probably like a text.
Well, low-level talks is you're talking to like shit kickers. High-level talks, you're talking to C-suites.
interns and that.
Yeah.
Low-level, you're talking to people low on the ladder.
Okay, so you're in high level. It straight went to the top.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of straight to the top, Gus Gould speaking before the game. I mean, moving and shaking,
that's
boys.
what-
That's
high-level
high-level
talks.
talks.
Yeah.
That's high-level talks.
Okay, that's when you're
That's
moving and
talking at
shaking.
a high level.
The last word.
What's higher, when you're moving and shaking, or when you're talking to someone at a high level?
Well, when you're moving and shaking, generally movers and shakers will be in. So if I go to the races with Peter Vlandis, right, and he runs New South Wales Racing, and I'm sat next to him,
And
my
the
mate
NRL.
Tommy Burns, then we're moving and shaking. 'Cause
Yep.
we're in a bit of a
milling around.
You're milling,
Okay.
you're moving,
You're
you're
milling.
shaking. Whereas when you're in active negotiations, you're in huddle talks.
Okay.
And when you're doing the last word with Phil Gould before Origin, I don't even know what you call that. Humming.
Yeah,
Humming.
yeah. I mean, that's just it's zenith stuff.
Yeah, it's the mountain
It's
peak.
singularity stuff.
Yeah, it's singularity.
Yeah.
Singularity, I think.
Okay.
Where we're at one with the simulation.
To be
the simulation of
totally
one with
honest
us.
though,
That's when it's like high level revving.
it actually might be the highest point of dribble that's ever existed in Australia when you think about it. Because like dribble and yarn is Gus Gould before Origin.
Yes.
Yes.
What is higher than that when you think about
nothing.
No.
So when you meld the two worlds and you get him to say the famous line in rugby league, there's an old saying, "Strange said with the goes, you two should go." That's sort of when it.
They cross.
the swords cross?
Well,
It's just like bing, like
Okay.
that's sort of like that's it.
It's
That's
the purest.
it's a God
it's
particle.
Purest, yeah,
It's
well,
the God
the
particle.
Big Bang.
That's,
or
Split the atom.
that's the Higgs boson.
Yeah, exactly
Okay,
right,
okay, that
yeah.
makes sense.
That's the Higgs.
Large Hadron
that's the
Collider
Higgs.
sort of stuff.
Okay, so
Like,
yeah,
that's
you're-
the first time you could see the Higgs with the naked eye.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
speaking of big
Gives weight
moments,
to all things.
Yeah. It gives weight to matter.
speaking of big moments, I am going across to Vegas, July 15th through the 20th for the Timizu Fundora #2 fight and the Pacquiao fight. I cannot wait.
Business?
The countdown is on.
Business
Fine
class?
business or what?
Well, actually, you know what I actually did?
Oh, first.
First.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm actually flying the plane.
Own jet.
Yeah, own jet, private jet.
Air beak.
Private jet. No, me, I'm actually the
Did you
beak
get
on
the
the
new?
front of
Did
the
you get
plane.
the new carpet in their beak?
Not
You're
yet.
going to get the new
Not
carpet.
yet. Hopefully
You're
next
upset
time.
with the-
KO's,
Wasn't plush enough, you said.
KO's providing a private jet.
Did you get that Canadian maple wood finish on?
Oh, that was nice. Did you end up getting
You were
that?
looking at that, hey?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, you
And
did?
So private jet over there, thanks to KO. We appreciate that, KO. And yeah, I'm going over the fight. The countdown is on. And look, the first fight, my God, one of the great all times. I'll never forget. I can still see in my mind's eye, watching from the side of the ring, all that blood pouring out his face and him punching on. It was one of the greatest moments ever in sport. I'll be there for two. Massive thank you to KO. Boys,
Was that a I was ringside reference?
Yeah, that was.
I wasn't necessarily
So
like
the last
ring
time I
side.
remember being like right inside the ring.
I remember being like fucking row one and seeing it. It's like, was that
I didn't
relevant?
say.
He was flexing on us too.
I didn't say
Is
right.
that part relevant?
Hang on a sec.
He's
You guys
flexing.
have been ringside yourself with your
Yeah, we
fucking.
have, but we don't bring it up.
I didn't say ringside.
We were not flexing on you.
We're subtle at
I'm not
we just put it up in
flexing.
photo.
We didn't
like,
come in and say, sorry, we had Joey Johns on the podcast the other day. You know what I mean? We didn't come in and like sort of.
How did that yarn get set up? What an incredible
Sorry for
moment.
flexing.
I mean, it's a.
Sorry.
Flexion?
I'm sorry, dude. Sorry for flexing.
You get a cramp, buddy.
So you wrangled a steed and then you wrangled a goat. How did it come about?
Well, listen, I mean, Joey's a friend. And he just said, boys, I'll jump on. We'll spin a couple.
Yes, we'll spin a couple. Did you say?
That was honestly, that was it. Yeah.
That was our work.
So that, you didn't have to go through anything other avenues. It was just we'll spin a couple. Didn't sell your soul or anything like that.
No, there was nothing else.
Us? No. Nah, not our style.
No, so there's nothing exchanged for it. It's
No.
purely mates just on a potty.
Just-
No, I said, Joey, mate. He goes, Eddie. He goes, I go, mate, jump on, we'll spin a couple. Yes, sweet. Then we
He's-
gave him a
I tell
baggy
you what-
green, which he wore on Friday the 8th.
His first ever potty too. It's
Yeah.
incredible. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, you were at ringside.
That's our ringside moment.
That's our ringside.
That's your ringside
That's our
moment.
ringside.
But you've been ringside before, so it's kind of like the same.
No, we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've been we've been row one a couple of times. But we don't bring it
Actually,
up. That's the point.
Actually, you know what I did hear a while ago? How'd you fly up to Queensland a while ago? In what, was it economy or was it
Oh, we probably got an upgrade of business.
probably
class,
like a
yeah.
free
Oh,
upgrade.
yeah.
Yeah.
just an hour flight in business?
Well, they
Okay.
upgraded.
Have you heard of upgrades?
Whoa.
Zero
Things are
upgrades?
going well. Things
They
are going well for the
upgrade
boys.
you can bid for upgrades.
You go,
using
I want
points.
an upgrade, please. Bid.
Things are going well, boys. Things are
And I
going
go,
well.
oh, it'll cost you 5,000 points if you get it, which is
Nothing
not,
for you
not
guys.
a heap.
Yeah,
Well,
you
Points,
guys.
they're actually
points.
worthless
If you run your own business, you know how to use points properly and appropriately.
But you've got to generate
Also, I
those
don't
points.
know how to use points appropriately. He does. So.
Yeah, no, you do.
But yeah, dude,
What
yeah, it
you
was
do
nice.
is you go Bass, Amex, points.
It's also you
Large
usually
amount of turnover to generate points.
you
Bass, points.
Hey, life's good, baby. Life's good.
Hey,
Listen, we're not all ringside at Fundora fights, row one.
yeah. And you know what's annoying is I know you're going to go to Vegas and you're not going to rip and tear, and that's the thing that'll upset me. You'll be in there, you'll be
Well, it's a
sensible.
waste.
I'm there to work.
Yeah, but you work and then you enjoy yourself. You enjoy the oxygenated casino floor where you can smoke darts and get after it. You know? You're going to be back in your bed.
How do you know I don't?
Because
Did you tell us?
Do I?
Yeah.
I mean, you just don't even answer my fucking messages, so I don't know about that.
Well, that was a one-off.
Like, there was
mate.
no response to the
Sorry,
Kurt
I was
Man
too
photo
busy
I was
looking
sending.
at how the Feel Good video was going.
Oh, okay. Wow. He got his dick out and he put it on the table. He got his dick out, he put it on the table. Speaking of huge hogs, Brian Tyler.
Oh, my God.
dude.
How did he not get man of the match?
He got our bloke of the match. We gave him
I
bloke of the
did
match.
see that. That was
Gave him
classic.
bloke of the
for
match.
him,
It was
He's
classic.
fucking hectic. I didn't realise.
200 and how many meters?
222, I think.
Sometimes, and like, you know, I'm watching the way, you know, experts watch rugby league and the way I do are two very different things. I see him doing good shit all the time, but then like only afterwards am I like, holy fuck, he ran for 200
No,
metres.
it's fucking mental.
I think he had more PCMs than a lot of Queenslanders had
No,
meters.
so he ran for by himself more than Queensland's back three. By himself. Combined.
But he also had like 70 post-contact meters.
Yeah, crazy. More than Payne Haas, more than everyone. And he scored 3 tries.
Like, and a lot of it's tough stuff, eh? Like, you know what I mean? When you think of the
100%.
winger, like, you might accumulate metres if you're making a break.
Line
It's
break,
just, like,
kick
tough
returns.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like-
so Eddie, you're right. He had more post-contact meters than both of Queensland's wingers. Not combined, but just by himself.
It's just, it's mental. It's incredible what he's doing. And I just think he's the
slowing
GOAT
down.
winger. He's the GOAT winger. He's 26 years old.
He's only
the
26.
He's the guy,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He's
Yeah.
the GOAT. Tell me another winger. Like, we've had wingers that have had good series or multiple series, but every single game he plays, whether he wins or he loses, even in the series he's lost, didn't he win
He won the Brad Fittler medal a few years ago.
Like, this guy doesn't play a bad game in any Origin arena. Ever.
And has he got 5 tries for the series now? Did he score 2 in game 1?
I don't think he scored in game one.
Where
did
is he on the all-time
No, he
try
scored in
scorers
game
list?
one.
9. I think he's got 9 tries all up. I think he's got 9
I
tries all
swear
up.
he scored in game 1. I think he scored first.
Mate, he nearly scored 4 and got the match winner.
Or did we think he was going to go left?
He
Lomax
scored first. Oh,
Lomax
in
scored
the last game, sorry.
Lomax
sorry.
scored first.
Yeah, I could have sworn he scored
No,
in
he
game
did
1.
score. He did score in
that
game
Trell,
1.
that
Yeah,
super
that
quick
Trell
flick on.
tip on. Yeah, he did
Yeah,
score.
you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
So
he just get 1?
He's got 4 for this series.
Where is he on the all-time list?
I'll have a look.
Oh, he's a fair way off.
He's 9 at the moment, I think.
I'd like to know where he sits.
I
though.
think New South Wales all time's like 13 or 14. It's like Hayne. And then all time,
Well, he'll
I think it's
smash
Darius
that.
Boyd at 19 or 17.
He'll smash that, the New South Wales one.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah,
26.
absolutely. 26, bro. And
He'll bury that.
I just reckon he's becoming an icon in rugby league. Like, if he keeps doing this, like, he will be forever known as the GOAT winger. Fucking, he's got the swagger, he's got the charisma, like he's got everything you need to be an
He's a
icon.
cool- he's a cool guy.
He's a cool cat.
He's a cool cat.
And his PCMs are fucking through the roof.
That's what makes
PCMs
him.
are
That's
fucked
what
up,
makes.
dude.
But that's the thing about him as well is he's literally the PCM king.
King, like the actual.
Not just the king of the wingers,
No.
like the king.
Not just
Mental.
the wing king.
and he's
And
like,
he's always come off his wing looking for tough work.
and his defense is usually hectic. Like, honestly, I reckon it was the first time I've ever seen him out jumped was last night.
yeah.
Usually he never gets out jumped. He's so frigging good. It's such a joke. How? I don't get it.
Yeah.
And him when he gets the head down, he's getting a burrow.
Yeah.
When he goes burrow,
When he goes
wombat
when he
mode.
goes wombat mode, I'm like, good luck.
Mate, he is fucking
When he's
so
in
good.
wombat mode, dude, you cannot stop him.
Yeah.
Mate, he is just so friggin' good. It's a joke. It's a joke. He's averaging more than 200 metres. I can't express to you how hard that is to do in Origin. Like, Origin, every hit up is hard. Every hit up. Every hit up, he dominates. He never gets put on his back. He always wins the contact. Fucking
And the
amazing.
consistency, as you're saying before, like he's just been doing it every single game
Mental.
he basically plays ever.
Mental.
Every single game. Like he never has a
I've
shit
never seen
game.
him have a bad game.
I've never seen him
I
have a
don't
bad
even
game.
think I've seen him make an error.
Fucking mental. Seriously.
He's actually one off the record for New South Wales.
Is it
What?
10?
It's 11. So he's on
He's
10.
one off the record
Is it
already.
Is it Hayne playing?
So Hayne and Fox are both on 11.
And where's Turbo? Is Turbo 10?
Let me see.
You know what makes that crazy though? It's not like
Turbo's good.
that's not even his best part of his game is his try scoring. It's his meterage. It's his best part of his
Yeah.
game. That's just a bonus.
Yeah.
So he's got the best try scoring ever because he'll smash the record, and also he's got the most meters ever made from a winger. Like, far out. It's a joke. how
And
good
he's
he is.
26.
It's fucking
The
mental.
fact he's 26 is the craziest part
Yeah.
almost.
And he came in under an injury cloud as well. He still fucking killed it. It's
Like how many
fucking
games would he have played now, Origins?
crazy.
He's been around for a
Yeah,
minute now.
12 maybe?
14.
14.
You know what I
Okay,
mean? Like he's played a fuckload of games as well. He's only
Mate.
26.
So good. He's so frigging good. It's a joke. I thought Harry Grant. Did we speak about Harry Grant?
Well,
No,
we said we
haven't.
touched on it.
Harry was good.
Harry was good.
Harry was good.
When he gets out of dummy half, there's no one that comes close to how good he is.
Harry was very
so
good.
clinical.
Harry's very good. 55 tackles I'm reading. That's a good lord.
55 tackles, and he was pretty much responsible for all of at least 2 or 3 of Queensland's tries. And we actually bombed a try that he would have been responsible for.
Cameron Munster's annoying. Just to get
No,
back to
yeah,
that.
he's annoying. I tell you what was pissing us off before the game was just his hair. We were like, "Oi, chill with the hair." And then as it got wetter and wetter, it got better and better. And it was like, "This is concerning to me."
Yeah,
By
he
the
was
end
in
of the-
business
By the
mode.
end of the game, it looks
It looks
sick.
so fucking hot.
He was
dude.
in business mode. We walked
Slick
out in
back.
business mode.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen him in business mode for quite a while.
He was a handful last night.
He was a rugby league handful.
And like getting the C next to your name and then coming out and getting the man of the match, you're like, that's a Munster move.
That is a
when they
Munster move.
needed it.
That's what Munster
When they're on
I will
does.
say
Days.
his kicking game was a bit iffy, but he was good. He was good.
Well, there was that one that went like 15 metres, 20 metres dead. I'm like, that was...
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was...
there were two of them actually.
There's
that
two
went
of them,
dead.
yeah.
There's
So I mean,
two.
his kicking game was great. I actually felt Harry Green or Kurt Capewell were man of the match, but I did think Munster was good. Curdy Capewell, what about
I
him?
thought Kurt Capewell was going to get it as well.
Turbo got 9.
9.
Nine,
So
wow.
and like there's heaps of Queenslanders that are above. So
I
English.
wonder why that is.
Inglis is on 18. Boyd 17. Val Holmes 13. Slater, Shearer, Gagai.
I think Toto
12.
will reach.
So GI is number 1
Yes.
with 18.
Yeah.
And he
And you can add
gave fucking 17
well,
to
Darius Boyd got 17,
So how
so-
many has he actually got?
He's
30
you
something.
add Darius.
What's he got? He's actually got 35.
35.
Yeah. Because Darius he pilfered all of them.
Most of the time it was just Greg, being friendly.
Well, he's a lovely guy.
Dubs was good. He was good in Origin.
This is a knock on Darius Boyd.
We're
Great
just
player.
saying he played outside English.
He did. I'll
whole
give
time,
you. I'll give you. But I reckon Toto will reach that. Because let's say he's got at least another, we'll just say 5 years in Origin.
15 games.
So 15 games.
So
I
it's
think
15 tries conservatively.
Well, he's only played 14 games, so if he doubles it,
so. He doubles it, it'll be there. Yeah. So, mate, it shows you how hard tries are to come by when you think of like the fact that Toto, one of the greatest ever, will have to continue on this trajectory to get what GI got. Outside of that, anyone else stand out for you boys? Anyone else positive?
Not really for us. Just trying to think about it.
Thoughts on the Spencer Leniu thing? I actually felt Queensland won that battle in game 2. Obviously, didn't win the game 1 battle, that's for sure.
Well, I'm just like when you see it, you're like, why wouldn't you just kick off to him the first time?
Well, I think Queensland's argument is Val Holmes was on that side and that we were stripping them of numbers, I think. So that's why they kicked to the right side.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Listen, weak excuse, and that's fine. But when you, as you say, Eddy, once you see what the outcome is, it's like, yeah, right. He's just a human being here. It was honestly because the week before he'd knocked out 2 Bulldogs players.
Yeah.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
But that's just regular season footy.
Yeah,
This is
but
Origin.
they were scared.
I know, which is pathetic. That's why they lost. That's why they lost.
But I thought Queensland, even though we actually did get quite a couple of quick play the balls, I thought Queensland handled him pretty well, and I thought Lindsay Collins was actually phenomenal.
Lindsay was good.
He
I
just-
thought
he goes in the lead.
they both played pretty well. Like I
Yeah.
think Spencer actually was.
No,
he was
Spencer-
good when he
Spencer
came
was still
on.
good.
He
Yeah, I
was
don't
still
think it's
bend the
bad.
line and he
I
was-
just reckon in just that battle of last night, I felt like Collins probably won that little battle that he had with him.
If you're, and this is a question our playmakers. We've sort of touched on Jerome. If you go Nath, so he was injured, right? So you're obviously his game needs to be viewed through that lens. But when you have a fucking let's say a quad injury or whatever, is that going to drastically reduce your ability to ball play?
It just
just
rattles
didn't-
you. It just
yeah.
rattles you because you're like you don't feel 100%. Can you take off? It's like everything is happening so quick on a footy field, especially in the NRL, especially in Origin. Even a split second of hesitation changes the whole outcome. And so it can. I thought for an injured Cleary, he was okay. His kicking game was really, really poor. Unfortunately,
One of which actually made me throw up.
the problem is
I thought the shinny.
Yeah, the shinny.
The problem is,
made me
I
vomit.
think, and we spoke about this on the review last night. I just wonder whether if Mitch Moses was fit, does Cleary still play? But I reckon Cleary was kind of like, fuck, if I pull out too,
we got
Burton Luai pretty much.
Yeah.
Who
Would you bring in at that point?
Well, probably I'd bring in Katoa. I actually believe Katoa could do the job. I know a lot of people say he's young, but I rate him so highly. But
I actually like that.
Yeah. I think Cleary was like, I've just got to do this for the state because otherwise we're going into this game with Luai Burton and they're both essentially 5'8" at that level of rugby league. And so if Moses was fully fit, I reckon Cleary may have not have played. He
Yeah.
would have trusted. He would have been like, you
well,
know
he
what?
wasn't. Well, he was
off.
He was Matt. He was off.
He was off.
Yeah.
He was
And so,
off.
whereas if Moses is fully fit, you'd go, you know what? I trust Moses to do the job. Like, I know he can do the job.
Yeah.
Done it. Done
Whereas
the job.
a underdone Cleary is probably better than all your other options for game 2, in my opinion.
Katoa's been hot though.
In the situation we're talking about, though, like to bring Katoa in the last second for game 2, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, yeah.
But for game 3, though, if Cleary is, let's say he did injure it worse or whatever, and he can't play game 3,
Full camp stuff.
full camp stuff. Or, and Matty brought this up last night, do you go back to Reynolds
No.
for one game?
I
Just
would
kick you around the park?
I possibly would do
Possibly.
a Reynolds. I'd possibly do a Reynolds. But again, like, I think because it's a decider, you might do Reynolds. If it was like a game 1,
Yeah.
maybe you'd go Katoa.
Give him time.
But like, you bring him into a fucking decider.
See, I just back him, bro. I just back him. So I just reckon he'd go in there and rip.
He's a gun.
He would.
But I understand the Reynolds one because Reynolds' kicking game at the moment, if you actually look statistically, it's unbelievable. Like, he is kicking so good this year. And so that's, if you just got, all you guys need is a good kicking game.
That's it, mate.
That's it. And
Job
high
done.
completion.
Job done.
Literally.
What were we completing out in the first half? 50%.
55%.
There was one stage it was 53%. By the end of it, it was 58% completion for New South Wales in the first half.
It was fucked.
Just-
And then what's
Disgusting.
crazy, though, is you ended up with more completion. The Queensland was so bad in the second half that you ended up with better completion at the end of the game. Matter of fact, you guys had the ball for 7 minutes longer. That's how bad Queensland were in the second half.
Oh, I mean,
Well,
Ashley just fucking.
it's how dominant we were in the second half when we got out of our own way and we
Yeah.
decided to put our penises back in our pants.
Yes, and Ashley put
And out
his
of her
whistle into his
bumholes.
pocket.
Tough night. Any changes, boys? Game 3? New South Wales?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stefano.
Stefano.
Jog on.
Keon comes in.
Keon comes in. Old Stefano, who doesn't understand what it's like. Just get out of the line, mate. He just doesn't seem to
Run through the line, bro.
run through the
Literally,
line.
just one of those moments that just keep going.
You're a fucking professional.
I know he was trying to reset. I get it.
Run around, dude. Loop
Yeah,
back.
I know. I'm just trying to explain what probably he was thinking. He's trying to reset for the next play, but you just got to keep going through, I reckon. Just got to keep
Got to keep going through Stefano.
Lot of boys in rugby league like to just park up and pull up stumps in the line.
Set up a fucking swag in the line.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyone else? Any what are you?
Well, Queensland, I actually think Ponga's under a bit of pressure. Well, not a bit, a lot of pressure.
If
He dropped two balls,
Reece Walsh is hot this weekend, do
Well,
you swap
we had
him
a
out?
29% kick defusal rating. 29% of the kicks that went up, we only diffused 29% of them.
You diffused 29% of
Terrible.
kicks.
Like, yours was like 75%. Ours was 29%. And I understand.
That's a good stat.
And so, like, that's
Kick
where.
defusal number.
Yeah, that is good.
That's a hot one.
And look, you just can't afford to do that. And unfortunately, at the moment, KP's not ripping in attack.
No.
And
he
so
had a couple of half breaks.
yeah,
Maybe
he had one of
one.
them. He had one of them was good, but mate, like you've got to in Origin, you've got to catch most of them. You got to like, for example,
It
when a
fucks
ball goes
everything.
up, do you ever get worried Edwards is going to drop it?
Most of the
No,
time, not. No.
No,
You know,
no,
like
he's
just-
so, but there was moments there and we needed them because of, again, the first half and that. We needed you to drop a couple and you were giving them to us.
Yeah.
Like even Hammer, couldn't trap the ball with his foot, couldn't just stand in front of it and put his hands out like
But
that.
we needed them.
And you got him. You got him. Drop balls. Like that second half from us was
Bush league.
was tough.
Yep.
Val at centre, I think he needs to stay in the side because his kicking is so hot. But defensively, he just got completely steamrolled by Critter. Just sucks.
I tell you what I was loving watching last night. Every time you went down your left, I'm like, good luck.
Yeah.
Wait, keep going there.
No, it was just like, keep going down the left side if you want. Like, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Up to you.
Yeah. So
There's nothing doing.
that's what's like tough for Queensland is around the ruck. That's where all our points come because Harry Grant's so good.
Yeah.
But our edge plays, they just weren't dangerous enough. We weren't stripping his numbers ever.
No.
So
You can't strip down our right, though. You're
Crazy.
Right. Can't be done.
What are you doing? Like,
But outside of that,
Critter's
maybe you move Val back to the wing, Hammer to fullback. Maybe Talangi comes in potentially. I don't know. But then Val would have to actually go to the centres. I'm not sure, but I do think there might be one or two changes to the Queensland side.
You reckon Hammer for Ponga, Tuolangi in?
Maybe. I don't
Toya?
know. The only problem is with Hammer, like it's not like he's.
What do you think of Bobby Toyer?
Yeah, it wasn't his best night, unfortunately. He was okay in defence. He had some good moments in defence, and then there were other moments where he should have jammed in and he didn't. Wasn't his best night, unfortunately. But I would still stick with him. He was so good in game one for us. I would still stick with him at centre. And he's an out-and-out centre as well.
Any other changes?
I don't think so. I
shout out to Tommy Dearden. He played well.
Yeah, Dearden was good. And I think, I know Leora got through his work in the first 20, and I thought Carrigan was quite impactful.
You can't even pronounce
off the
his
bench.
name right. That's how little they fucking know he is. You didn't even get his name right. Do we hear that? Leora. Leora the Explorer.
Did I say Leora? Okay, Leora. Sorry, Leora.
Still not getting it right. Liero.
Okay, Liero. Apologies.
Correct.
I think he did a job, and I do think Carrigan did have impact off the bench. Matter of fact, one of Carrigan's first quick play the balls led to a try, so there's that. Outside of that, I'm trying to think. Moe was okay. He was a bit better than game one, I guess. So probably going with most of the same team.
Tino was a little bit quiet.
Tino had a poor game, unfortunately. 2 errors, and he was lucky not to get 3. So Tino will always be. He'll bounce back. I got faith in Tino to bounce back.
Oh, you got to have faith in Tino, mate.
Oh, mate, I got faith in
Marty,
He'll bounce back, mate. He'll bounce back. Guys, if you're new to KO Sports, get your first month for $1. Yep, just $1. Link for this deal in description. Offer ends June 30. Next week is UFC 317, get amongst it. And then that next Sunday, social media sensation Jake Paul will take the next step to becoming what he believes a world champion when he faces former WBC middleweight champion Julia Cesar Chavez Jr. at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California, available on Main Event with KO Sports and DAZN. And KO has a limited time offer for new subscribers where you can get your first month for $1. Simply head to the link to redeem.
You got 30 million for Tyson fight.
Jesus Christ.
Wow. And they probably got a bit more sponsorship as well, wouldn't he? Don't you think?
I think so.
Don't you think?
That was just his check from Flix.
Netflix.
Now, boys, I've got a question for you. Will Manly be around next year as a club, do you think?
Oh,
He's kicking us while we were down, eh?
Yeah, right.
He's like,
boy,
do you have a
You're
coach?
going any fucking better, mate.
Do you have a coach at the moment? What's happening there? Dossiers and shit? What's going on there?
Like you're going, listen, I'll say this. I'll say one thing and I'll allow you to have one thing. If we sign Mick Ennis as our coach, I may not be around next year.
So we were reading today, just doing a little bit of
That's not anti-Mick, by the way.
due diligence.
Due diligence.
Is that Seabold wants to hang it up at the end of 27 season, and they gave Mick they were like,
Not just hang it up. He wants to go into director of football.
he wants to be
at Manly.
director of football at
I feel like
Manly.
you got to earn that position.
And then apparently they go, Mick, you can coach in 28 if you want, and he was like, no, like I'll come back to you in 2027 and see if something I want to do.
And
they're
credit to Mick
they're
for
already
that.
they're already just handing out. You can have it.
Wait, Mick, do you want to coach in 2028? He's like, nah, you know what, I'll think about it. Again, credit to Mick for being like, I don't coach really, so I'm going to need to think about that. But just to offer
Oi, Mick, do you want it?
Ennis a coaching job.
Mick, do you want it?
I can't believe how
What
much
the fuck?
the powers that be are just basically publicly sacking Seabold. Like, the only person to leak...
No, Seabold wants to fucking...
No, but why is that getting leaked? Like as if Seabold would ever leak, but while I'm head coach, I actually don't want to be head coach. I want to be GM. That's getting leaked because they're trying to show why he gets moved on is because he actually doesn't enjoy it. Seabold wouldn't be saying that publicly. He's clearly been saying that privately, and it gets leaked so it makes him look bad and makes it more excusable for him
Makes
to get
the club
some
look
sack.
bad though as well because they're trying to sign Mick Ennis as the coach of the
Yeah,
club.
in 2028. That doesn't look good for anyone.
Mate, the
No
whole thing.
disrespect to Mick again. It's not about Mick. It's about signing someone who doesn't coach rugby league to coach the Manly
Well, he
Seals.
is your assistant coach.
He's not the assistant coach. He's not, and he's never coached a fucking team.
Yeah, I know. But
He's
he's
not-
one of the. He does coach down there.
Yeah, he's around.
Yeah,
like he's
yeah,
around there. It's not like I'm not
But
saying he's never.
is that what it's come to? Getting blokes that are around?
But
Wouldn't you want a fucking coach
I'm
to
pretty
coach?
sure he's assistant, like an actual assistant there. Can you check? I think he's actually like an assistant.
Yes, he
but for
is.
how long?
Like
2 years,
but that's
Not
but like,
enough.
How much? We were saying this before. Like Wayne Bennett it was Teo telling us that Wayne said this.
Yes,
It was
yes.
like because Wayne was mentoring Teo. It was like if you want to be a coach, you need to go and coach a fucking side, and
Yeah.
you need to go through the motions of being a coach. Your team's out of form, players out of form. How do you bring them back? How do you?
You've lost 5 in a row. How do you start winning again?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you keep the wins rolling? You can't do that if you can always defer to someone higher above you to make the
yes. So
decisions.
to your point, he's worked on the coaching staff at the Sharks, the Raiders, the Eels, and now Manly.
And he's done it. Like again, this is no discrediting Mick. It's more like you can't. We're not an experiment. Manly's not an experiment where we're just going to try like the Tigers are. The Tigers, desperate times, desperate measures. I don't know, like whatever. And it's going okay. But like, I want a fucking career coach.
What about Matty Ballin? He's been a career coach for a while now.
I would consider Matty Ballin before McGuinness.
I'd like someone that's
100%.
been coaching sides.
Hannay? Maybe?
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
yeah.
Brad Arthur. Like,
I'd be going for someone new. I don't agree with this whole coaching merry-go-round where, like, you just, I think you tried that with Seabold where you're like, you know what, maybe it was Brisbane that didn't work, but clearly doesn't
at
seem
least
to be
Brad
working.
Arthur
Seabold.
got the team from like 3 Spurs
Yeah.
to a grand final.
I just reckon you look at all the teams that went with a fresh coach that's trying to step from assistant to head. You got Riles at the Eels, which I think his first year's been great considering they're rebuilding. You got Webster at the Warriors. You got Fitzgibbon at the Sharks.
Christian
You've
Wolf.
got
Serraldo.
Wolf. You got Wolf, Serraldo. All the fresh coaches are doing good jobs.
Yeah.
It's the merry-go-round ones that are fucking not doing well.
True.
Fair. And Hannay's been highly touted for I'd take Hannay.
Hannay sounds like, but that's where it gets confused. It's like, well, Hannay's sitting there, and what does he have to do to get a gig? Everyone says, oh, Hannay's next, and now
It's
supposedly, if you read the paper, they did offer it to Mick Ennis, but
Offer? That's crazy.
for
Like,
me though,
crazy.
it's like immediate offer. Like, well, surely
crazy.
stop and think about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you fire up your PowerPoints, coaches? Come in and try and
Let's
wow
see
us.
what you got.
You know
Yeah.
what? Maybe they're scarred from the incredible PowerPoint that Siebes did, and they said, you know what? We're not getting done again by a PowerPoint.
Okay, well maybe you got to do a stand-up routine. Make us laugh.
Make us
Do
laugh.
a dance.
You know what? If you can make someone laugh, you can
can
teach
coach
them
rugby
footy.
league style.
Show me how you look in a swimsuit.
Yes.
Turn this into a fucking pageant. Whatever.
Or maybe you run like a career mode on the new rugby league game coming out. See how you do there.
Could you imagine? That
can't
would be
wait for that
so
game.
fucking good.
I can't wait for that game. I'm going to be a fucking pig.
So, yeah, it's concerning times for Manly. There's no way to sugarcoat it, Denon. We're also here, and if he loses to the Tigers and the Rabbitohs,
Man, I can't believe how bad it's gone so quickly.
I
Like-
can.
Jesus. Like, surely you look at it and go, maybe it was the DCE announcement. That's why it's going poorly. But just to go, boom, coach gone too. Whoa. It's all happened so quickly.
Yes, it has.
Because like a few weeks ago, no one was sitting, not no one, but most people weren't going, Seabold's getting sacked. a month
No,
ago.
but listen,
there must have been internal rumblings.
Yeah.
But there's also over the last couple of years, even like when we re-signed him, there's like why is Manly trying to re-sign him so soon? Why don't you see how the season's going? Or like he hasn't been consistently good. Like with the team we've had, we should have done better, I think, than what we've done. And the fact that we were a team so reliant on Turbo, like if he wasn't there, we were no good. Like that does point to some form of like coaching thing. And we've also heard from certain people who may or may not play in the team.
Okay. Oh, okay. Little birdie whispers.
And like, not like we don't like the coach.
Just
You're
not
just
working.
having discussions and
just
you're
not
like,
working.
It's not.
Not working. To be honest, I've heard similar whispers.
Right.
A long time ago too.
Same. The one I heard was fucking like a year and a half ago.
So it's you're not alone in those car parks.
No.
You're not alone in those car parks getting those whispers.
So, I mean, there's been some decisions made by the club, Denon, that have made me shake my rugby league head.
do you think that you went too hard to keep too many outside backs and you should have actually spent that money on a forward?
Yeah.
Mate,
I'd love a forward, dude.
when we were away recently, Tom and I were talking about the fact that of what benefit, and this was around DCE as well. Like DCE this season has been playing behind basically a non-existent pack. And it's made his life difficult. In the first game, you could argue the same thing for Queensland. Playing behind a non-existent pack made his life difficult. Like, if you don't have a big, thick Australian pack,
And doesn't need to be Australian, obviously, because there's people from other countries.
it's an old saying.
It's an old saying.
If you don't have a big, thick rugby league pack, you can't fucking win games. You can't win because your halves are fucked. You need that and you need good halves. What is the point, right, of getting fucking 30 outside backs if we don't have a fucking good front row?
Yeah.
You can't win. It's like, oh, just pass it out to the winger or we'll win the game. Like, that's not how it works.
Well, Eddie, what good is a Ferrari without an engine? You know, it just sits there.
So I just find that crazy how the focus of clubs around building sides. I'm like, there's two elements that you need before anything else. Who cares about having 4 or 5 fucking centers?
Because like I look at it and I go that you've got gun outside backs, but there are ones in your current roster that play reserve grade that obviously they aren't as good as your starting outside backs, but they could do a job and you could pay them way cheaper. And I would take that money and I'd go in the market for a gun front rower to partner with Paseka. Then you train up Bullimore, make him, probably, I don't know, a 13 potentially. Or
Bullimore
at least
needs to start.
Something like that. I just reckon you not enough money has been spent in recruiting a forward in.
There doesn't seem to be any recruitment.
Well, the forwards we get is just sort of, and it's no disrespect to ones we bring in, like Jazz Tavanga can do a job on his day. Like Jazz ain't bad. Takiaho ain't bad.
He had a big signing though,
That's what
marquee,
I mean. But that's all we're getting is a Jazz and a Takiaho. Takiaho's like in his 30s. Jazz probably not far off either. Again, they play a role. I like Jazz as a player, to be honest.
Yeah.
But where's my big, fat, girthy,
Where's my Fanua Blake?
Yeah, AFB, Payne Haas, Tino's, your
Fisher.
Tarpaner, Fisher Harris, Barnett.
We Manly historically never go out and sign big dicks. The biggest signings I can remember are Jamie Lyon and Matt Orford, and I'm probably forgetting someone, but kind of that's it. We always
Ben Kennedy? Did you go Kennedy?
Ben Kennedy as well.
Changed a lot for you. It's all fair. It's all fair, boys. It's all fair. Hey guys, brought to you by August One, a data-driven social media and marketing. August One cuts through the noise with quiet ease, providing the relaxed confidence and high-level expertise and experience. They're a bespoke service run by smart people who love data and deliver real results. Guys, if you need some social media marketing, head to August One. It's founded by the former head of digital for Woolworths. And also, don't forget, we literally got about 20 jumpers left. If you want a jumper, go to bloke.shop. Alrighty, boys, let's get into some tips. Tigers v. the Raiders.
Raiders.
They're looking so hot.
They are.
They're
my second favourite team this year.
Mate, I want
Really?
them.
Okay.
I want them. Things aren't looking great for Manly. Obviously, I want Manly to win the comp, and
Raiders to win.
Raiders, Warriors,
but I want the Raiders to win. Yeah. I want to see Ricky in tears. I want to see him and Papali'i in one of the most glorious embraces in the history of rugby league football.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Think Gal, Andrew Eddinghausen, 2014 or whatever it was, 15, 16, whenever they won. But it's Papa and it's Ricky.
But not crying, they're punching on. Because that's how he celebrates.
That's how happy they are.
Just give a little jab to the guts. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, New Zealand. Could you imagine a Warriors-Raiders?
That would be so refreshing. Wouldn't that
or
be
doggies.
nice?
You could get doggies in there as well.
Yeah, but you know what's
Raiders Warriors would be refreshing.
Storm will probably make it, and I'll just be like, I'm just over it.
Yeah,
It's
it'll be
just
actually really annoying. I'll have lethargy then.
Okay. Warriors, Panthers. Panthers paying $4.10, missing all their stars.
Was.
Dolphins, Knights.
Dolphins.
Rabbitohs, Storms.
Storm.
Rabbitohs 420.
I know, it's a bit of Val there. Bit of Val
Holmes, yeah.
Semi-Valame.
Tell you what, this next game, Broncos Sharks. Broncos are heavy favourite.
I don't know how that
Bro,
is.
I don't know how Sharks are 266 in this. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, it will make sense after the game, probably. But
we also haven't been on it since Manly beat you. I just wanted to say that. I know it was, we suck and all that, but we beat you, so sucked in.
okay. Yeah. And then the noise got dampened by the fact that your club's falling apart.
Yeah, it did.
No, it did.
Because
that was like an out of the blue famous victory, and then we lost to the Knights, and then we lost to the Titans.
Yeah. We lost that lead to the Knights.
Yeah.
So
we couldn't really. And we
it was
were
like,
out.
shit! We put fucking 30 on the Bronx, great night at Four Pines Park. Everyone's frothing, and then Knights 16 up, and then absolutely slaughtered by the Titans.
Poo the bed.
Yeah.
Poo the bed.
Anyway, just to let you know that.
Full strength. We're full strength.
Sharks being 266 is absurd. Even though the Sharks have got a weak underbelly and everything.
Yeah, but I'll be having a
Who's
little
the false
nibble.
economy again?
Warriors were a false economy. They're not anymore. But that's you can become a real economy.
Yeah, but that's also because it's almost like the boy who cried wolf. This is the Warriors, if you have a propensity for the last 10 years to just fall into periods of pure shitness, sorry that I thought you were going to do it again.
I just love the false economy. It's so
Dude, you got so many cunts riled up. It was so good. They're like, Manly's a false economy. I'm like, no, they're not, because we're not good. Do you understand? We're not in a good position.
Yeah, economy
What
shit.
about
not
Manly?
how it
What about
works.
Manly? I'm like, we've been shitting on Manly all
We're
year.
not even in the top 8.
We don't have a good
false
GDP.
economy is not. You don't understand what we're talking about.
Manly's been so bad this year that I've been forced to be honest. I've been forced into being real.
Roosters, Cowboys.
Sincere.
Roosters.
Eels, Titans.
Titans, because
Yeah, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Eels, like the Titans,
Wait,
go
what's
to
the
win.
what's
and
the
then
Eels put 60 on?
Yeah,
Just
you
to
know what
give
I mean.
context to
Footy
that.
Dean Hawkins, and then is it Dylan, and then Joash Papali'i in the halves. I actually like the
Footy Dean.
I mean, his last game was Joey Dean. He's killing it. I mean, Joey Hawkins.
Joey Hawkins.
He killed it. He had like 4 tries this last game.
Yeah, dude.
Alrighty, that is us done and dusted, guys. Anything else?
Goodbye,
All right, that's it. We're all done. Sorry, we've got codesports.com.au/bloke, guys. Use your code bloke for a massive discount. Okay, as usual, we'll go and fuck ourselves. Thank you.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.